Alright, hey everyone, this is MadGamers86 here, bringing you a tutorial of Car Mechanic Simulator 2014. Alright, I only started playing this game about Saturday, so I'm not that great at it, but I'm okay. At least I've gotten the second garage. That's after I think 21 jobs you get the second garage, so at least I can take you guys through the first garage because I know what to do there. So with that said, let's get going. Alright, so the first order of business will be to... whoa, a little bit of tearing there. Alright, profile, create new profile. We're gonna call it Mad Gamers. Save, selected, save, play, click there. Alright. Now I will say that the graphics in this game is really good considering it's a simulator, and I will have to say that it is pretty one of the better simulators that I've played. This is just a tutorial. There's nothing really that no novice can figure out in this tutorial. It's pretty straightforward. And now we'll get our first car, which is still technically part of the tutorial stage, but yeah. Alright, so here you've got... So we need to replace front brake pads and check front brake discs. Alrighty. So that's just telling us about the computer, which I'll explain to you at a later date. Alright, so click on there, go wheels, take these off. Let's screw that one up, right? Alright, there we go. Take the caliper off. Caliper. Alright, take that off. Because these are the pads that we need to replace. And that's the brake disc, which we need to take off. Alright. So now let's come across to this side and do the exact same thing. Alright, here we take this one off again. Take the brake discs off. Take this off. Alright. So now, one thing I forgot to mention is if you go in this right click, if you right click anywhere on the screen that's not on the car, you click on that, and it changes the colors of certain things. So you can see the wheels have gone grey. That changes the colors depending to what condition it's in. Changes it only the things that you can take off. When you click that, it changes the car invisible. As you can see, the parts are parts that don't need replacing, are parts that are good. Yellow parts are parts that have a little bit of damage but not enough to be concerned about, and grey parts are parts where there's where the condition's unknown, you have to take it off to find out the condition, and red is parts that are pretty much have to be replaced unless it tells you not to replace them. So if there's a red part and it doesn't tell you in the checklist to replace it, don't replace it. Trust me, I've made that mistake. I don't usually like playing with those two turned on because I feel that it's more of a challenge when you play with them off. So we'll come over here to the computer. Now we've got the brand new car parts, second-hand car parts, logbook, and the bank line, and here's your money in this corner. You can only take a bank loan once, so be really careful as how you're spending your money and when you take that bank loan. The logbook is where you can upgrade your tools, your business management, 5% more income. Then one random part will instantly be examined. I don't really understand that, but let's become a better mechanic. Then 2% discount in car shop, so that's these two up here. Alright, so this one is your second-hand car parts, and I don't buy from here, but you can if you want to. I usually buy from, I'll always buy from this place here. So it's all in alphabetical order, so we'll come down here to brake pads, buy 4 of these, since 2 for each wheel, and it told us to replace them. Oops, I think I bought one too many. Let's double check. So we'll go to the inventory, and yes I did, so I'll just sell one. Alright, so now that we've got those 4 brake pads, there's nothing wrong with selling these. You can keep them if you want, but there's no point because you'll never use them because they're in the red. So I'm going to sell them to get more money. Now the rest of these parts, as you can see, that one's in the yellow, but that's still okay, or both of those are in the yellow, but they're still okay, so they don't need to be replaced. So if I right click, I can go here. See, we've already got a tick, so that's just check. So when it says check, that means take off and put it back on. If it says replace, you have to buy new ones. If it says repair, you just go over to this workbench here and you can repair it. and those are two I can repair those, but as you can see I don't need to repair them, and I'm not going to repair them because it costs money. Not as much as buying the new one, obviously, and it costs more money the more damaged it is, but yeah, you get the basic idea. So now you're going to want to right click that, so you can put the parts back on, slip the brake, oh, never mind, something to do with the brakes. I'm not very good when it comes to cars, I just like the simulator. So we'll put these back on, put the wheel back on. Alright, that's in. So now we'll go across to this side and put that back on, put the brake pads on. Ah, yep, there we go. There you go. Alright, so now that that's done, so pretty much over here in the store you can take the car for a test drive, but I wouldn't recommend taking it unless it actually tells you in your checklist to take it for a test drive, because if you crash it, it will damage the car and you need to fork out money to repair those damaged parts, as well as when the more you drive it, the more wear and tear gets down, so parts where you might not have to have replaced, you will have to replace, things like that. So I wouldn't take it for a test drive unless it tells you to. Now, you can also get in here and perform this stupid test. I don't actually understand what it's about. OBD link check errors. But there's sometimes it tells you to do that. I don't see what it does, but I'm not going to do that because it just takes up time. Alright, so now that that's done, we right click, go back to the clipboard, see we got 2 ticks, click repaired, and then we'll say yes, we'll move on to the next job. Alright, and so yep, this is the next car, and we will leave this for the next video. Guys, I want to thank you for watching. I want to ask you to please subscribe and like the videos, and yeah, hopefully you'll carry on watching this season. Hopefully I wasn't too bad, and yeah, thank you for watching.